All right, today we have Drew here from the Vibe Marketers community, and he is the winner of our very first Vibe Marketing Challenge. He won $1,000 for the workflow he's about to show today, and we're going to have him walk it through us live here on video. But Drew, give us a quick intro. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and what you're all about.
Sure, yeah, quick intro. My name is Drew. Really excited I won the competition. Was not expecting it, but pretty amped for that, and appreciate you for putting together the community. It's been awesome to hear from everybody and just learn from the community. My background is I'm an engineer by trade. I work in labs and not really much to do with marketing at all. So I kind of learn up all this marketing and like vibe marketing, vibe coding on this side. So my background is I work in like tech basically, and we do simulations for real world environments. So if you're picturing like if you take a GoPro to Alaska in the snow and then go in a hot tub, we simulate like the stress that puts onto that device. So kind of not related at all to vibe marketing. So it's something I'm just passionate about, and I really like to learn about technology, code, and the way it can apply to business in the future. So quick high level about me real quick.
Awesome. I love it that you're, totally outside of the marketing world in an engineering field, and you're coming into kind of the vibe marketing and the vibe coding space and doing something completely different there. I think that's super cool. And I'm sure that with how technical your 9 to 5 is, picking up on all of this is fairly straightforward for you.
Honestly, it's still challenging, but like I've always been a tinkerer. I've always learned to like just love the process of learning too. So it's just more of a challenge of learning it and how to apply tech. So it's like a challenge still, but it's still something I'm committed and like really like to learn about.
Awesome. So you built funnel surfing. To get started, why don't you kind of tell us like how you came up with the concept for your build for the challenge? Give us a high level run through, and then we'll get into a demo.
Sure. So yeah, funnel surfing basically helps you analyze landing pages and email funnels. So I built this for people that are looking to like go into the entrepreneurship field, but might not know or have the resources to build their own professional landing pages or marketing funnels. And another aspect I saw is on X, I see a lot of people building landing pages. That seems to be like what we first build when we're vibe coding and just getting into learning how to code is building landing pages. So I thought it would help by building something to be able to analyze that and just see how you rank and see how other landing pages are. So you can use that as reference too.
Cool. So essentially, you've built kind of like a competitive spy tool that can go and look at, landing pages, funnels, follow-up sequences, all of that, and take a, beginner and give them sort of like an idea or a map or a way to go and build their own funnel, which is super cool. And I think that one of the big gaps with a lot of folks getting started is, they don't know what questions to ask and they don't know what good looks like when going out there and building. So if your tool can help them shortcut that process to understand those things, and then they can just go and get to work and start vibing on building out their first funnel or whatever that is, I think that's super valuable and can save people a lot of time.
Yeah, no, I think it's been valuable for me. It's like something I actually wanted to learn and use myself too. And yeah, it's been cool, and the feedback has been pretty great too. I actually was able to get users already, which thanks to you, I think you announced it, and I have like 100 people on here that signed up already, which is insane to me.
Wait, what? Where did you get users from? From the community?
I think the community, and I posted about it on X too. So I haven't really advertised it at all, but I have like, yeah, I'll show you on here too. I have like, I think around 95 people on here.
That's
So
unreal. Are you charging yet?
no, it's all free. Like I put a post on X, just basically like use my credits just to get feedback. So you'll see on here, I have a way to like kind of like incentivize giving me feedback. And I was just curious to see if people would use it. And it's been kind of a cool response to see, and kind of unreal, to be honest.
That's incredible. This might turn into like a really solid business for you, like a side hustle or whatever. I think that's so amazing. 100 users already. Like, if you go out on X and stuff and go into kind of like the build in public, chats and communities and all that, like people are struggling to get 100 users. That's a major milestone.
Yeah, it's wild, and I like literally didn't expect it. And I created a dashboard in here just to see like myself, like the process and how people are using it. So I'll show you that as well. So pretty crazy.
Amazing, amazing. Well, without further ado, let's see what funnel surfing's all about. Let's get a demo from you, the creator.
All right, let's check it out. All right, so the first thing we'll just start off with is this dashboard. So I've already kind of captured a few different emails and landing pages. So kind of just go skip through this part. But the first thing I see people using it for is landing page funnels. So if we do this link right here for analyze landing pages, you can drop in a link and it'll analyze landing pages. So if I click this, one of the things I wanted to do was make it more of I call it like a swipe book for landing pages. So if you've never heard of a swipe book, it's a way to get inspiration and just save things like tweets or whatever content you want for inspiration. So every funnel or landing page that's been captured on my app is in this library, so you can see it from other people's funnels. So it's kind of cool to see what people have been adding to the library.
Yeah, yeah.
So the way this works is there's a few ways to capture different landing pages. So you can capture it here and just type in a URL. So I don't know, do you have a URL or website you want me to try to capture?
Yeah, let's do. Let's see. Let's analyze. I think Ali Abdal is a good one. Let's see what he's doing. I've checked out his funnels before. He's pretty good at this stuff.
So I did his recently. So after you put in the URL, it'll give you this feedback. So it'll give you a summary, a page summary, and the marketing framework he uses. So this one on his landing page is attention, interest, desire, action. It's like what AIDA stands for. Gives you a headline, value prop, and just breaks down the different sections as well. So the way that this app is doing this is we're using Firecrawl to crawl these websites and using OpenAI ChatGPT API to output the results and analyze and have a system prompt to be able to output all of these different sections and formats. So one other thing we do is we capture the screenshot as well. So if you ever use like Bolt or Lovable, one of the things that I recommend people to do is use a reference screenshot with your prompt too. So the other aspect of this app is to be able to use this to drop into like Lovable, Bolt, to be able to build a landing page with your own brand using that style. So that's something I've been doing with my other landing pages, is just using I go to Dribble. It's a really good website to find good styled websites. I use that as a reference and then have Bolt or Lovable build my front end based off of that. So my front end here is actually built that way. So it gives you a good starting point, basically.
Okay, cool. So you've analyzed the landing page and you've got sort of like a breakdown and things like that. So if you want to go and create a landing page for your own product or service, you understand the structure, what the page is trying to accomplish. You know the sections that each of these landing pages have. So if you like the analysis, how can you use this effectively?
Yeah, so I was able to add like a favorites here, so you can favorite it and you can just click this use as template. And this will take you to a creation page. So I have this content generation section. And from here, if you don't have a brand, you can start a guided interview to be able to tell the app or ChatGPT basically like what you're actually trying to build. So with this, we'll see the interview questions be generated shortly. But I also have a brands page as well, so you can see and save your own brand, so you don't have to do this step.
Yep. Just a growth idea here too. You're probably already thinking of this if you haven't done it already, but like, as people input these landing pages to analyze, you could build like a open library or something on your website and collect insights, give breakdowns, frameworks of successful landing pages.
Yeah.
Seems like a way that you could generate a lot of content to bring people into your funnel as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a really good idea.
Cool. So you have some questions here, and tell me about how you would utilize this.
So basically, you go through all these questions and jot them down here. And this just basically, if you don't have a brand in this app, it will help you just build the brand. But one other thing we can do is just shortcut this and build your brand. So if you have your own website already, I started an agency, so I have my own brand here. So it'll build out and fill out this information. So you can use this as a reference in this brand section. But if we go back, so say I want to actually use my brand that I saved and then create this from the brand, it'll give you a template to then drop into Lovable or Bolt and build this front end website with the screenshot that we generated earlier. So it kind of just combines a whole bunch of different systems and APIs into something you can then generate your own landing page from. So it kind of brings it full circle.
I like this a lot because, oftentimes when I'm going into a vibe coding platform, it helps to have sort of like a PRD or, prompts already built out that I've done from like my research and analysis. But sometimes that can get pretty disjointed. I'm hopping around between different tools and things of that nature. So I like that this is like a nice consolidated and structured process that clearly gives you a great framework to just go and take to your vibe coding tool. So you're saving time, you're probably saving money on tokens within the vibe coding platform. So you're getting closer to what you want to achieve faster. And then, you can be confident that it's based off of successful frameworks and successful pages. So I really like that concept. That's super cool.
Yeah. So then like you can see this is the prompt that you would then just drop into whatever platform you want, even Cursor. But I found that Bolt and Lovable do a better job, and Cursor is more for like your specific edits instead of just dropping this whole massive prompt in there.
Yeah. So how have you found the output to be versus what you were doing prior to, utilizing your product? Are you getting a much better output in terms of like landing pages and things like that once you're coming in with your prompt and your information from the tool?
Yeah, I feel like it gives you a really good the system together gives you a really good landing page. Like the reference image and the prompt is really solid and basically shortcuts the time you would take to have to do all of this on your own. So I found that time is really valuable, especially because I work full time still. So like time for me is like such a valuable asset. I have to like make sure I optimize it.
Absolutely. Cool. So you've got your landing page template. What would you do next in your process here in terms of either, building or, going deeper into a funnel?
Yeah, so for me, the other thing I would do is optimize my email funnel. So we haven't gotten into the email portion yet, too. I think there's something cool to show as well. So in the email funnel, one of the things I was able to do was generate custom emails for every user. So this just takes an email I have through Mailgun and does a plus address with like the user's shortened user ID. And with this, we basically have an email inbox. So if you have a landing page already and now you want to start sending cold emails or just want to see how competitors might be framing their emails, this will give you a framework of the email breakdown. So we have an email that's analyzed here. This is from Russell Brunson. I'm not sure if you heard of him. He's
Of
the
course.
awesome marketer. But yeah, this is one of his emails. So our platform, this platform can actually tell you the contents and how he frames it in terms of like influence, story, copy, psychology, template, and insights as well. So one of the books you actually recommended was Influence. So I went through that in an audiobook and I was like, I need to add that into this platform so you can see from his email like what different parts of that the 6 things that influence his email contains. So it's pretty cool. So you can see like social proof, authority, and liking. So you can take some of this content and then generate your own email based off of it as well. And I'll show you that in a second. But you can see influence, it has a story, so it gives you a story score as well. And it has an emotional journey of curiosity, pain, hope, and desire. So it's like even going through this, I'm still amazed that AI and like putting all these systems together can actually do this. To me, it's awesome.
Yeah, the other cool thing about what you're doing here is that you're looking at what makes people tick and what makes them buy from like a psychological perspective. So I noticed that on the landing page analysis, you had AIDA, attention, interest, desire, action, which is a proven sort of psychological framework. Here, you're looking at the content from, the why, like what will make people buy and connect and things like that. So it's not like you're just like, hey, make landing pages fast or write emails fast. You're helping to extract what's making those things successful so that you can go and utilize those elements in your own way, which I think that's super cool because I think people are actually going to get great results from using this.
Yeah. And it's cool too. Like I'll show you in a second. You can use this email as a template for your own brand as well. So it'll take the same structure, same style, and build out an email for you as well. I think it gets you about 80-90% there. Take some tweaking to make it in your own voice still, but it's still really solid. So it's kind of a cool feature that we have here too.
Awesome. Let's see it.
All right. So if we want to then use this one as a template, so just say we're using this framework. So you can kind of just remember like the subject line. It's basically saying that you're going to be wasting money. So it's like, do this or you're going to lose money. So we're going to use this as a template. The email is a little bit faster. So we can go ahead and just generate this email for my brand and we'll see what we get. But yeah, it's really cool. It just gives you a good reference point, and just even if you're doing like competitive analysis, it'll help you do competitive analysis as well. And I think I see people either adding their own landing pages or adding their competitors' emails as well. All right, so here is our subject line. But yeah, it has like your email. It's like a consideration stage, and it just says basically a really good email for using that template as a style too.
Awesome. Super helpful stuff here. I think, a lot of people get blocked. They don't know where to start, things like that. I think this is great for helping someone go from 0 to 1 because, a landing page and an email funnel, like I'm always amazed as to how much you can build off of those two simple things. I mean, generating leads for like a consulting business or a service is a great way to sort of, compound on that. If you have a digital product, a course, something like that, all you really need is a landing page and an email follow-up sequence, and you can do a ton with that. So I'm really glad to see that you're focusing on those foundational elements there.
Yeah. And I see a lot of people struggling with that too. So it's like, I wanted to help myself and see if other people were interested and help them too. So I think it's pretty.
I mean, that's the way to go. Solve your own problem, scratch your own itch. And, as you get value from that, share with other people. And that's a formula right there for a successful business. So I think that's fantastic. Anything else in here that you want to show while we're getting the demo?
Yeah, so like I just want to show like the use it's already gotten right now. So we have, I think there's about 60 landing pages in here already. So it's kind of cool just to see like the different landing pages people have started to do and actually use too. So one of the other things I have is I recommend this if you're just trying to put content out there or just get more engagement, is I kind of put an incentive to get more credits by either following me or providing feedback or subscribing to my newsletter too. So I think that's actually worked pretty well. I'm just starting out on X myself. So for me, I'm like, how do I give this out there for free, but also try to just see if I can get more visibility too. So I think this credit system and people taking action to get credits is also a way to like help me grow my brand and open up opportunities potentially. So it's kind of a cool way that's actually been like working pretty well.
Yeah, you have a product-led growth loop right here built into the product that you vibe coded. So you're way ahead of the game here. I love that. So you get a user, and then they go through here. They want more credits, and then you're going to get more people to follow you, discover your product, and the cycle can just kind of repeat itself.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been pretty awesome.
Awesome. So what's your plan? What's the next step? Have you monetized this yet? Do you plan to?
So I was not planning to monetize it because I wasn't expecting the feedback it's gotten. So now I've just been trying to reach out to beta users just to get feedback on what people are actually using it for. The landing page analysis is getting the most use by far. So just going through that and just seeing where there could be a market fit to actually provide value where people would charge for it. At this point, I was like, it's kind of just something I put together relatively fast. And there were some bugs here and there that I fixed, but I wasn't comfortable charging people yet. But if I'm able to provide value, find a use case where people actually would get a lot of benefit from it, then I will probably monetize it. But for now, I just want people to use it and see what we get on the swipe page. So it's kind of cool.
Cool. From my point of view, I think you have something really valuable here. You've validated it. I think people are signing up. They're using the product. I would I've faced the same thing. Like when I've just kind of like built something, I'm like, I don't know if I want to like charge for this. I don't know if it's good enough yet. I need to get feedback and things of that nature. So that I resonate with that. But I feel like every time I've sort of just like started charging before I felt comfortable, it's ended up working out. So yeah, think about that. I think that, you could probably turn this into something pretty special.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. No, I think for me, like adding Stripe is just one step away, and then being able to I already have the credit system in here. I was planning for future growth if that ever happens. So now it might be time.
Yeah, yeah. So your high level stack, you're using Cursor and things like that, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So when you started Vibe coding and Vibe marketing, did you go right into Cursor, or was there sort of a step before that that you sort of learned how to like utilize these tools and stuff? So what's your learning path been like, and what's your advice to people to kind of get up to speed and learn how to use these tools?
Yeah. So my learning path is I went into no code platforms first. So that's Make and AIDA. And what I was trying to do was automate lab processes. And I realized very quickly that it kind of went beyond the scope of those platforms. So I ended up going straight to Cursor to build these automations and solutions. And it's funny, the way I got into it was there's a video on X of a little kid vibe coding a Harry Potter chat app. And for me, I was like, if a little kid can do it now, like there's no barrier to entry for me. There's no excuse for me. So what I did first was I built, just tried to see if I could build something. So I built a tweet generator that would tweet based off of marketing frameworks again, to start building and posting on X. But then for me, I'm like really wanted to learn the nitty gritty. So I went through like a couple of Udemy courses to learn JavaScript, React, and both of those courses helped me to just build a base level for knowing enough where I can understand what the code is generating versus just trying to guess. So I think for me, like learning the basics really helped to know when AI is kind of going off the rails and stop it, and then being able to just kind of skim through the code faster and be able to make adjustments without just not knowing anything. So for me, like the foundation was really important to like learn the basics of coding first before I just went straight to vibe coding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with your full-time job in the lab, how are you finding time to tinker and work on all this?
Yeah, that's the hard part. So I wake up pretty early. We were talking. I think I wake up at 5 o'clock every day, and I at least give 2 hours to myself working on my own things before work every day, and then
Yep.
the weekends obviously as well. But I still try to make time for like family and friends and everything. But when I was doing those courses, I was heads down, just committed, and that's basically what was absorbing my life, was just courses and just like outputting and trying out vibe coding.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, awesome stuff, Drew. You are very deserving of winning this first challenge. I think this is awesome and inspiring to the rest of the community. And yeah, congratulations on the win. And looking forward to learning more from you in the community.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you put together something really special, and it's cool just to see like-minded people just seeing the potential of AI and just applying it anywhere we can and just seeing what sticks. And yeah, I think I appreciate you putting this together. And yeah, I'm so happy I won. It's crazy.
Awesome, Drew. Thanks a lot. And we'll have you back soon.
All right, appreciate it.
All right.